How's it going, everybody? Mike here from Kapowcast, back with another G.I. Joe Classified Series action figure review. Today we're taking a look at Snake Eyes. No, your eyes do not deceive you. It is not an empty box. I have already opened him and I've already been playing with him, posing him around, and so far, not to give you any spoiler alerts, but I really like it. We have a really cool image on the side there of Snake Eyes, if you can kind of see it there. Then we got that same movie poster looking esque graphic on the back. Not much on the top. Did it again. Not much on the bottom. Let's get Snake Eyes in here and let's take a look at all the accessories he comes with. This is all the stuff we get with Snake Eyes. I don't know where that all was for Roadblock. I kind of feel like looking at Snake Eyes, Roadblock kind of got gypped on some things, and I still have to look at the other figures, but I wish there's things they did with Snake Eyes that they would have done with Roadblock that would have made him, I think, a much more enjoyable figure. So first up, he does have his sword with the sheath, and there you got the logo right there. Looks very nice. You got this weathering, so it looks like leather. Very nice. And the sword's very odd design in there, but I kind of dig it. It's very unique. I do wish the blade would have been silver, but you know, it is what it is. We also have a small knife, which most of this stuff can store on him, and I will show you that in a moment. And this guy is frustrating. Pardon my dirty hands, I just got off work. Good lord. So we got the knife. We also have a backpack here for him to wear, which kind of reminds me of the old school stuff, so I dig that a lot. He also has these two guns. This is 37 XP. I don't know guns. But they have these weird holes on them. I don't know what that's for. I don't know the logic behind that, but it is what it is. He holds these very nicely. They're very cool. I do like them a lot, but I just wish, you know, get rid of those weird, funky holes. And what's kind of cool is for this gun, he does come with a silencer. So if I can do it, trying to do this. There we go. Well, that's neat. I like that a lot. So let's get this all on him and see where it all is stored at. Okay, so let's bring in Snake Eyes here. Boom, here he is. First up, I really like this figure. This figure is super cool. I don't know how good the details are going to show up, but I don't know. There's just something about him that's really cool looking. Snake Eyes is a cool looking character. I mean, that's the main reason people like him. He doesn't talk. He has no personality. So it's strictly because he looks cool. And this figure, I think, really captures it. I mean, if we zoom in here to the helmet, you have the red on top there. That looks really nice. You also have a little bit more on the chest. You got some grenades and stuff strapped to him with the straps. Another logo right there with some silver paint. It's very minimal, but I love, look at the texturing on the pants. That looks so good. It really adds depth and it separates things a bit so that you're not just looking at a plain Jane black, all black figure. You got the snake butt, and then there's a peg in this strap right here that can line up with the peg in the peg hole in the back, so that's good. Back of the head, look at that. That is awesome. That is 100% golden Snake Eyes. I like it. So you can't store most of the weapons on him. I haven't quite figured out if there's a right or wrong way for some of this stuff, so bear with me. So first up, this gun here with the silencer. Just put the gun in here, and you put this right here. Oh, nope. That was wrong. That can just slide in right there. So you got that. That's good. Good to go. So the sword, gun, and the backpack, you can kind of interchange these out a bit. So if you want to use the backpack, which I don't know if I'm going to because it's very like this is a very heavy, solid piece of plastic, and it definitely weighs him down a bit. It definitely makes him a bit top heavy. You can get him to stand, but just know that it's not as stable as it would be without it. So you can get it with his backpack. It looks pretty good. And there's a little hole on the side here. So the way I'm reading this is you can go about it a couple ways. You can put his sheath here, which is, you know, neato, and you can have him hold his gun and his sword or whatever. Or if you want him maybe to hold his smaller gun and, you know, his sword, you can just take that sheath off. You know, you're not really seeing it anyways. You can attach, there's a little peg right here. You can attach this gun to the side of his backpack as well. So that can also work. It doesn't look too bad. We also have now. So this is the bane of my existence. This knife does not fit in his holster. That's kind of annoying. At least I guess he gets one. Poor Roadblock didn't get a holster for his knife that I could find. But I've tried it both ways, and I've already seen a couple reviews, and it just hangs out like that. And what sucks is if you try to articulate, you're going to start bending that knife. So I imagine this I will eventually lose. What I'm interested to see is, let's take Mr. Roadblock's knife here. If he's not using it at the moment. And let's see if we can get that. Nah, it still kind of hangs out. It doesn't quite, I don't think it's as high as the other one, but yeah, I mean, it's all right. But yeah, I haven't quite figured out if there's a right or wrong way to do this stuff. I feel like it's kind of whatever works for you. But I like that he can store most of his weapons. That's really awesome. It really adds to the fun factor, I think. Okay, so I took most of the accessories off of old Snake Eyes here, and let's take a look at his articulation. One thing to note is, once again, just like Roadblock, we do have some looseness to him, some loosey-goosey. It's not super horrible, but it's definitely there. We're gonna take these guns out because I think that's gonna hinder some articulation. Just something to kind of keep note of. So for his articulation, it is as follows. Work with me, Snake Eyes, work with me. His head is on a hinge ball joint. He can look up super far, if I do recall. That's great. He can look down. He can look side to side. You also get a little bit of pivot and such in there. So that's awesome. We also have his arms can go up about that far. It can go all the way around. He does have, just like Roadblock, a bicep cut. He has double jointed elbows. He has a wrist swivel and hinge, but it's not the normal like this, the side to side hinge. It's up and down. I shouldn't do that on camera. It's more up and down, which is exactly what you want if you're firing a gun or if you have a sword. It's pretty awesome. He does have a diaphragm cut, so he can bend down, crunch down, I should say, that far. He can crunch back about that far. It doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look super terrible. He doesn't have like a pizza oven here or anything like that. He has waist cut, which isn't hindered by the floaty belts. Once again, he can do the splits completely. He can kick up about that far. He can't really kick back much. He has an upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, and this knee is really stuck on me. This one, not so much, but there you go. Beautiful. He has a boot cut and a boot hinge along with a boot swivel. So articulation for him is pretty solid, and I've had a lot of fun just messing with this guy. So let's get some comparisons. So here is Snake Eyes next to Roadblock, and there's a great size difference between these guys. You definitely get the feel that they are a different build, different people. I really like it. He's a Roadblock's a bit heavier, a bit thicker. As far as Snake Eyes, he's very lanky. He's a bit shorter. He has more of a ninja-like build. Both very solid. I wish they did things with him that they did with Snake Eyes, as far as more storage for his weapons and maybe more variety of weapons than just this atrocious thing. But yeah, no, so far not too bad. And here he is next to Jim Lee Cyclops on the Bucky Cap mold, and it's not too bad. There's a good little bit of a height difference there. I can imagine that a lot of people are going to pick these figures up just to do customs for Marvel Legends, but I think as they stand by themselves, I think they're pretty solid. And here he stands with Captain America. He sure would fight with the Joes. Not with, you know what I mean. But once again, a bit of a height difference, but not enough to make it out of scale. Definitely give you some variety. And here he is with the Yellow and Red Ranger to give you an idea of the different builds for the Power Rangers figures. Once again, great scaling. I think they look good together. If you ever want to mix your Joes and your Rangers, here you go. So there you have it. This guy is really cool. I really like this Snake Eyes figure. It definitely gives me some faith in the line. I wouldn't say Roadblock here was a letdown. It was just kind of like I'd already actually opened Snake Eyes, and I think the bar was set, so I got him, and I was like, But we got, 3 other figures left to go, so we'll see who the winner of the wave is. But I really like this guy. Any figure that you can have just kind of stand like this and still have a presence and a sense of badassness on your shelf, I tend to gravitate those a lot more. Like, he just looks really cool. And also, one thing I forgot to mention is if you don't want to do the backpack, you can always just peg the sheath in to his back, and you can just have that, which I think that looks really cool. I like that a lot. Speaking of like, if you like this video and you want to see more, go ahead, click the like button and click subscribe along with the bell notification to get notified of every time we post great content on this video. We got more Joe figures coming, and I think we have the Spider-Man Vintage Wave coming up very soon as well. So you don't want to miss any of that. See you next time. Take care.